Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Tales of Heroes video replay review. I am Bridger, and with me is my ever-talented co-host, Vittensby. Welcome to the program.
It's great to be here, and I'm really happy to present this the new map that Relic implemented in the 1.5 patch to you guys, along with Bridger, and it's going to be a blast. I've heard this is a great game, so stay tuned for all the mayhem and great micro, right, Bridger?
Yeah, let's hope so. So we've got Goldradear on the Allied side here versus Rawr1 on the Axis. And the Axis start in the north right here. This is a brand new map, so let's go over it just for a moment. We've got plus 10 plus 10 munitions right next to each player's base, along with the plus 5s, meaning they're going to have a decent supply of munitions most of the game. That's going to be hard to cut off, probably. We'll find out. Other things of note, all the fuel is spread out way on the edges of the map, so you're going to definitely want to control one side of the map for sure to give yourself that plus 20 fuel income. If you put OPs on those, that's plus 32. And it's going to be very difficult for the players to hold the victory points on both sides. I mean, it looks like, if you look at it, the corner VPs seem to be very easy to defend. You can, put a bunker or a machine gun nest or something there and block it off, and they're, very easy to cut off and to hold that one position. I mean, look here, we've got a long line of just a small entryway to actually get into the area where the VP is on the far right corner here for infantry. Everything else, is blocked off, but this one area back here, it's very similar. You have just this one back here, you have just this one area. So that VP is usually going to be in whoever's controlling, they can hold on to that pretty well, but it's going to be interesting. So without further ado, I think we should start at the 5-second mark here, counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're watching Goldradear on the Allied side right now here first, going with a barracks opening, which is probably a good idea on such an open map like this. The middle is going to be a high munitions point, which, could very well be important. Now, there are two main ways out of each player's base, three main ways maybe. You've got this road that covers their medium munitions, but is also, negative cover. It's slow moving, so the enemy could actually put up a very good position across the road and cut down anybody that's coming over this river on either this side or over on this side if you're the Allied player, or the Axis player. So we'll see if it seems to me like the southern base is going to have more affinity to the left side of the map, and the northern base is going to have more affinity to the right side of the map. Do you agree? Maybe he doesn't. We'll have to find out. Stay tuned to this exciting conclusion as Vittensby reconnects. And we're gonna have our German technician route us to a different section, because obviously the Germans, they are onto the Tales of Heroes team, and Vittensby all the way over in Russia is having some problems getting through to France, where the Tales of Heroes studio is located. Vittensby, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. It was the bombing run actually didn't bug this time, so.
They got your wire. So are you okay? Did you didn't get destroyed over there?
No, I'm good. They were just targeting the ball bearing plant that I'm near.
No,
so.
it's okay, because you were in a bunker and you can't kill anything in those. So
yeah,
they didn't have a sniper. All right, so we're at 112 here. And we're going to unpause it in just a second. But I was just mentioning that because the rivers provide negative cover, they provide a choke point for a player to force somebody to stay inside of their base and not attack the north in this case, or the south in this case. It seems to me like the player in the south is going to have more affinity to the left side of the map, and the player in the north is going to have more affinity to the right side of the map. So let's hear your opinions and thoughts on that as soon as we unpause here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause at 112.
Yeah, actually, I would disagree with that. I think that the northern player has a stronger position on the left side of the map.
Oh, really?
As opposed, and that's just because on the south, when you start out from the south, like you could send an early pioneer over and just wire off the fuel and the VP very easily, and so pushing for the right early on from the north would not be a good idea because you wouldn't get the full benefit of that particular side. Although there is a bunker strategy that you can do, which will bunker. You put a bunker which faces the water, and then you wire off the bridge from the right if you're starting from the north, and you can do that. But the fact is that if someone sends an early Ingi or Pioneer over to the right and just wires off the little break between the wooden fence and the stone wall, I guess you could hover over that right now. There's a tree right near there. You won't get full benefit from the side. You won't be able to cap the VP early enough. You'll have to get wire cutters. So I actually think the left side favors the north, and apparently Goldradear agrees, and he's Rawr agrees, and he's sending his first MG squad over to that side, as well as he has his rifles near the building in the south now engaging. He has his
Volks engaging the rifles.
Yeah, that disconnect apparently set me off guard. But good MG usage. You lured the rifles right into that. That's exactly what you want on any map, is to suppress the first rifles, make them retreat back, and looks like the second rifle squad creeped all the way up into the upper portion of the map over there.
Wow, actually that was probably the first if it went all the way out there, I'm guessing.
Perhaps, yeah.
So now, actually, that building looks like it might be a great place for the machine gun to go, because it's going to cover both strat points that will give the allied player here, Goldradear, the ability to have any resources from the left. So it looks like you might be right in that it's going to be very difficult for that for Goldradear, the southern player, in this case, to hold the left side, because he's got those two strap points that he has to live with, whereas the north, he's connected by at least a medium munitions point, which takes a lot longer to load down, as it were. Oh, now we got two rifle squads going up against a single Volk squad, so he's going to be in trouble.
There's a second Volk squad there.
Ooh, and he's wiring, too. He's taking advantage of that new Volk's ability.
Yeah, which is nice to see. I played a Henian on this map, and I put an MG in that building where Rawr put it, and he just says Henian said that building's just a death trap. I'm assuming that's once allies get grenades, though.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, it doesn't provide much cover, but right now it's providing plenty to... I mean, he should probably get out of there soon, but right now I think it's a great move to be in there. He completely cut off his opponent. He's taking the left side of the map now, and he's got people decapping the right, or north, or east, whatever the hell you want to call it. So.
Yeah, and that strat point that, well, you can't see it right now, but Rawr is capping the strat point that's right outside of the Allies' base, just to the left. If that is capped by the Allies, you'll have a small line of sight there, obviously, because you control the point, and the MG emplacement will fire upon the unit trying to, well, effectively decap it. Now, that's a map imbalance, in my opinion, because if the Axis start there, that's not the same. So that's I had mentioned in the audio show about that strat point, and also about the early wire over at the stone wall. And I just think those are the two real points of issue on this map. I've never seen so much wire in my life. He's completely wiring off. He has from the stone
and
wall.
And now, actually,
so
that machine gun is not so much of a death trap anymore, because I think what he did is he put that wire basically within range of the machine gun almost all the way around. So if somebody comes to cut it, you can't. And so as a result, that allied player now has one more way to get into the left side of the map. And so if there's a bunker down here, or if they wire that off and they cover it with something, it's going to be pretty much impossible for that allied player to get there until later in the game, when he can get some vehicles to bust through and take that machine gun out. Maybe tier 2, and that might be what he's going. No, he doesn't have any weapon support center yet. He's building a supply yard. And we don't yet. He barely has. I mean, he's only got the 10 fuel in the north on the right. And actually, we do see being cut off. Is the Axis player cut off from the left side? Is he not getting that fuel?
He's completely cut off from the left side. So effectively, to cut off that part of the map, or that approach from the allied player, he sacrificed pretty much all of his resources to do it, because he's not linked at all to any part of the map at this point.
Not even the north.
No, Goldradear.
He got all cut off by that first rifle squad that ran up there and decapping everything while we were talking.
Goldradear did a really good job of going behind the lines and basically just decapping everything. So he's going to have an early attacking advantage, would be my guess. Did he wire off the point, the little point
on the
that
far
I was
right?
mentioning?
No, he did not wire that off.
Yeah, that's
he's got control of those, so he's got a victory point lead right now, 450 to 500. And that's nothing to sneeze at, because that's going to creep up on Rawr really quickly here if he doesn't start grabbing some of those points. In fact, Goldradear has a chance to grab some of these VPs with this rifle squad. If he ignores the other points right now and starts getting a 4 cap on his opponent, this game could be over in like 10 minutes. It's not going to be, but I'm saying he could at least get a really quick drawdown on his opponent. He's already got a 2 lead, which is very rare. And wow, that rifle squad just got obliterated. Were those some lucky hits, or was it just really low on health? I think it must have just been. I think it just must have been really low on health, because I saw guys drop really quick.
Yeah, I would assume so.
So now we've got a 245, 43, and 16 income over here. What do you have on your side?
259, 0, and 5. So Rawr is definitely getting the Goldradear basically really has the upper hand at this point. Wow, look at the range on that MG emplacement, and look at where the Volks are retreating, right through the base. That's
wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's because of all the wire he
But you see this rifle squad getting suppressed by nothing but Volks Grenadiers in the north?
No, there's an MG there.
Oh, there is an MG there. I didn't see it. Where is it? Oh, now I see it. Okay. Haha, that makes more sense. Completely lost it, though.
Yeah, he lost the squad. Ouch.
It looks
That's
like
gonna
now.
set him back.
Yeah, it looks like now Goldradear is sort of, you know, he can afford to lose a squad here. He can't afford to lose much more, only because he has the advantage here. I don't think he should be going for this fuel point on the left. I think he should really be going for the VPs right now, because he's got such a lead. If he grabs both those left VPs, he's going to start, he's going to double his lowering speed. He's going to win in 10 minutes and force his opponent to play his hand here.
Yeah, this goes to show you the power of rifle spam, just being able to be everywhere at once and decap and cut off all the resources. That's why I think this map might, in the long run, prove to favor allies, because just a hardcore rifle spam, as you can see, can really, I mean, there's nothing linked at all. He's completely decapped everything that Rawr has, except for the 2 munitions points by his base, which is going to force Rawr to either go blitz or tech up to tier 2 and go Krieg's Barracks, but apparently he doesn't want to do that. So I
don't know that Krieg's Barracks would help him. That's a really defensive building. If you've got something secured, you pull out more Grenadiers and stuff to help defend and attack. I think Blitz is probably going to be the best bet right now.
Yeah, I would say Blitz. He's going to go Blitz, and he's also checking to tier 3, although he has only 5 fuel income and has 6 fuel at this point. So if he doesn't go Blitz...
Yeah, I guess it's going to be real tough so maybe Krieg's is his only option, unfortunately. It might not be the best option, but if he doesn't have the fuel, it might be his only option. He is completely cut off. But then again...
I mean, we already have a half-track on the field. If he doesn't go Blitz, he's done right here.
Well, yeah, he does have a half-track, but he doesn't have anything else, because Goldradear lost the rest of his fuel income. So now he's at 17 with a +5.
Yeah, and another issue with the wire, it's not that you see that +10 point right above the fuel, the +10 fuel on the right side, Bridger. You don't actually need to control that to have a link to the to your +10 fuel. All you need is the +10, in the water, to be linked to the +10 fuel that you can wire off so easily early on. So as long as
you don't need the munitions point here in order to have this capped over here, the fuel on the top right. That's interesting. Probably similarly on the bottom if I look at it here. Yeah, okay, so you can't completely... Okay, that's interesting.
So that's why I would say it would be more of an imbalance. I mean,
I don't think it's imbalanced, because the South has a similar little tiny gap that they can use that'll block off oh, no, they don't. The +10 is not within that little tiny gap with the VP.
Yeah, and also in the north position in general, there really is nothing comparable to kind of do easily to wire off from the north position. There's really nothing to wire off that would be comparable to just those 2 little strips. If there was something comparable in the opposite edge of the map, like if it was completely a mirror, then I would say, well, then it's balanced, right? Because, well, each player would have the same benefit, but it's not.
Look at this ring around the rosy with the quad and the machine gun. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was humorous.
And while we've mentioned the quad isn't very good for getting things out of buildings, in this case I think we have to make an exception because the building is wooden. It's the lightest type of garrison cover, and I think it really doesn't count the same way. Because like the stone buildings or the heavy wooden buildings, it really does take a long time. But I think in this case, wow, look at Rawr1 going at it. I don't know where that half-track went. He went all the way to decap the enemy's munitions point. Meanwhile, he's getting killed. Finally, he managed to flank. So actually, he gave his opponent a machine gun there. Rawr1 did very good at avoiding that half-track and then suppressing the Volks, suppressing the riflemen there. But as soon as he started losing units, as soon as he started getting flanked, he sort of hit the retreat button, I think.
I really think that Goldradear possibly might have teched up a bit too fast.
Actually, wow, we have 2 half-tracks. I didn't realize he had another one.
Rating. Yeah, that's gonna. He's rating the points of basically the linkage points.
Right.
And he did go blitz. He does have stormtroopers coming off. If he didn't go blitz, I mean, there was just no other real great choice at that point. He could have consolidated, I think, his position a little bit better. As you saw, as he teched, even though Rawr was teching as well, for some reason he lost map control, and now he's able to get it back, and we're going to see the new armor coming.
Yeah, I see everything flashing blue right now, except the middle munitions point is switching over, but everything else is flashing blue. We've got stormtroopers now, but without the Panzerschreck upgrade yet. Now they've got it. Good timing, and it misses. Not good.
Not good, yeah.
That was bad luck.
Yeah, he really needs to spread out those troops.
But why is that thing moving so slow? Doesn't it seem like it? There we go. It took off now. I guess it was still
the bonus of the road.
Yeah.
We have an AT.
Wow. Panzerfaust. They tried to grab it, but they couldn't quite.
The AT might have been a little bit too early. An M8 might have been fine, although
maybe he doesn't have the fuel for it right now. He's just gotten 30 fuel.
Yeah, we have a Puma on the field. There was some speculation that apparently the M8 will now almost 100% chance to give a Puma a damaged engine, even if it's at full health. We weren't able to confirm it, but it's been talked about on the forums a bit, so maybe we'll see that in this game. Those stormtroopers are, just getting completely owned. Ouch.
Once they got pinned, they couldn't do too much damage, and those 3 riflemen just destroyed them.
Yeah,
I think he completely lost the Volk squad there too. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys.
Unfortunately, if you give allies, if their riflemen pick up one of your MGs, man, Axis just cannot deal with MGs without a Puma or a sniper, and you really don't want to build a sniper too much in the middle game, which is where we're at now. And do you really want to divert a Puma to where the MG is? Not always. There's, as you can see in this particular case, there's an AT gun right by there. So that's a pretty AT gun, and especially with the buff that they got with the 20% increase to their arc of fire, that's a big problem. So we're going to see how that plays out.
He's going to try and flank this AT gun with some engineers. It might work, but pioneers. But I've not had much luck. Even without all these reinforcements, the extra 2 guys on the AT gun almost always seem to kill off the pioneers. It never works. And they got the pioneers killed. Wow.
Yeah, that Puma has done absolutely nothing so far. Maybe it's going to help him play a little bit more defensively. I guess you could kind of like a defensive motor pool strat with quad and with a quad and AT gun with rifleman support with bars. I guess.
Oh yeah, he's got so much stuff right here because he just hasn't lost a lot. 2 half-tracks, a rifle squad, a half-built rifle squad, engineers, 2 AT guns, and a machine gun. That was the other half of that rifle squad. And that's basically, he has everything sitting right here.
It's interesting that now in the middle game, the Axis player, or whoever starts out in the north for that matter, now has pretty much solid control of the right. Maybe slap down a bunker or something like that, and he's in good shape. Throw an MG in there. He does have an MG sitting covering the waterway by the +10 munitions on that little island. And that's where you want to set that early bunker up. Ben Guru actually.
Are you talking north of the south player's base?
Yeah, to the east of it, you know, that
Yeah.
little plus 10 point that
Gotcha.
that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, if you
Well,
want to...
that's what I was saying. If you block that off, that southern player can't get across the river, and so the north is yours.
Right, it's just how early you can do it.
Right.
And I guess my argument was that, sure, you can take the right, but if they wire off that little strip, you're not going to get the VP, and you're not going to get the benefit from the fuel.
Uh-oh,
And
two Panzer Shreks. Can they get back in time? Launch it? There it is! Say goodnight. I don't know why it stopped. I guess he thought he was out of range?
No, they're suppressed.
No, not those. I mean the half track. It stopped. It was backing up. It was just getting out of range. It had time, and then it stopped and sat there.
He might have thought he was out of range.
Might have.
But that Puma, which was the whole point of going Tier 3, right? You want to get Pumas and Stugs. He has a Stug on the field now. Has it done anything for him? No. I really think this is a Tier 2 map as much as I.
Or
hate
at least
to admit
against.
it.
I mean, it looked like Goldradear was prepared for a Puma counter.
Yeah, well, that too. But in general, when I played on my game earlier today, whoa, bundle grenade, nice. Look at that. Look at those bodies. Wow.
That's ridiculous.
AP rounds going off on the AT gun. That's just a death trap for any armor right there. Wow, damaged engine on the Puma. Oh boy. Yeah, and this is it's a
destroyed main gun. 5% bug. 5% bug.
Maybe.
I don't know what he's planning to do with it now. Where did the Stug go? Backed up?
Backed up.
Oh, there it
to
is,
the
but it's
other
going to be
side
able
of
to
the
hit
river.
that. Oh, I missed. It's at least going to be able to defend that until that AT. I can't believe. Where's the Puma going? It's destroying the wire that he put up before?
I don't know. Now we've reached the hot topic, right? Is this Fire River Valley version 2.0? Well, I should say 3.0 because Leon is now 2.0, right?
Yeah, that's right. Is it Fire River version 3.0?
Yeah,
so we've got 208. I mean, look, he's down to 208. And like I said before, if he'd had those other two, he'd probably be him down to 100. I seriously believe that. If he had foregone getting those resources earlier and instead grabbed these 2 victory points, he would have been in significantly better. And there's an example of a half track with machine guns killing a Puma. That was kind of interesting. Not something you see every day.
Well, like I told you earlier, I was playing on Angeville, and my Puma almost got killed by the MG in that building in the middle to the right before the Puma actually took it out. So I don't know if they weakened Puma armor to light arms fire, or not light arms fire, but machine gun and quad and that type of stuff. But it sure as heck seemed like it took quite a bit more damage than it did before, and certainly that quad was what finished off the the Puma. But you know, it's a stalemate-ish situation now, and what's going to happen is someone going to try to encroach into the other player's territory. Certainly Goldradear has the advantage, controlling that plus 16 munitions point.
Well, actually, he's lost both the munitions on his side. He's regaining them now, but he lost that plus 10 at some point.
They were uncapped? Oh, I see.
Now he's getting the plus 10 on the river there back, but actually, they both had lost their own plus 10s, the ones right next to their base, which is really interesting. But we do have a Calliope and an M10, which is actually a fairly good combination, I think, to go with that quad and AT. And so here goes the M10, I guess, on a scouting maneuver right into Panzer Shreks and a Stug. Wow. 2 Stugs.
Yeah, 2 Stugs. Oh, barrage, nice. Free
now
barrage.
this is overpowered if that Stug dies.
No.
But it didn't. It survived, so I guess it's not that bad.
So now we have to wait another minute and 45 seconds. We have a Comcraft Center going up, which is good because, well, he's going to need some veterancy. And we have a STA in the base. It's just a matter of, this is kind of the argument, is this a camp fest when someone gets 2 VPs and the other person has 2 VPs, and it becomes the middle game and the territory becomes more defined as it is now? Is it going to turn into a base rush type situation where there is no benefit in attacking the other side of the river?
Right. I mean, look at the situation here. You've got this tiny little place that you could possibly get by, the bridge. It's this tiny little, completely defendable place. And you've got another tiny little completely defendable place that's negative cover and slows things down right next to it. Or you could go after their base, which is probably not that well defended, because if your base is defended, your points aren't. So what you going to do about it?
Well, we have stormtroopers cloaked. Well, you can see it right there by the MG.
Oh no, they'd be
scouting, but they were discovered. Yeah, he needs to bundle nade that, or and here's the new and improved STA with one level of veteran.
It's actually outranging the machine gun too.
That's interesting.
Machine gun's not. That's a long range.
Yeah, I think at that range though, its accuracy is pretty much pitiful, and that's what it looks like to me. But
there's the stormtroopers. They got found out by the half track. He really needs to tell them to start attacking something. Now will the STA one-shot the AT gun? Nope. Very close though.
Yeah.
He's going to back it off. That's a smart move. He can't count on hitting it one more time, especially not with all the other things showing up here.
Oh, boy. Wow, main gun destroyed. It's at literally 2% health.
Wow.
M10's coming in to finish it off.
Yep.
What
happened to those
he really should have bundled
Panzerschreck guys?
They're right in front of the MG right there. He's got to throw a bundle nade. Why isn't he throwing a bundle nade? He's got the munitions. I guess he's microing his STA right now, which is going to get killed anyways. And there's the classic M10 fire but not fire. I don't know if that's a bug, but it does that all the freaking time. Where you move it and then it's supposed to fire, and all you see the animation, but it didn't actually fire anything. We have another STA coming out.
Nice micro, keeping the STA alive. Oh no, that's a STA.
We just had a bunch of infantry run over 2 mines on the bridge. Wow, dropped a Panzerschreck, lost 3 men. Yeah, it's pretty much suicide, and this is the base rush portion of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
And, he does have 2 Stugs approaching.
But actually, it's a good thing those engineers took out the mines first, because the Stugs would have been in big trouble here. Still are in big trouble with that AT gun. It's almost dead, though. Here he's got the shot. Oh, no, it didn't take it out. Deflected off the AT gun. That's not something you see every day. That's what he needed about last shot.
Calliope barrage on the Sturm armory going on. That's brutal. Yeah, that Sturm's definitely going to go down. A couple shots from that M10, say 2, maybe 3. That's going to be gone. Yeah, one more shot, 2 shots. If he's 2 points away from getting a Tiger, so there's no miracle.
Vehicle
right now.
repair cruise right now
and we're gonna
is
see
available
how this
with plenty of munitions to use.
He's 1 point away now from a Tiger. If he can somehow kill something and get that point and call in a Tiger, I mean that's probably the only thing that's going to save him at this point.
Uh-oh. M10 might be in trouble. It's bad micro time. M10 rear armor. Nope. Not rear armor, but very close. Stug could get this shot here if it can get on that M10. There it is! That's lots of XP.
Rawr is talking like the game's over.
Yeah.
But I guess
we've got
maybe
at least 15 minutes left, it looks like. So he must get that Tiger.
Oh, he lost the half-track. Wow, that was 2 bars of veterancy on that half-track. That M8 is in bad position. I think
because he can keep reinforcing those stormtroopers. He should put those in the building, for fuck's sake. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Ooh, a nice rear hit. The other Stug comes in, finishes it off. Very nice. We could see the Tiger coming out very soon. He's lost a lot of stuff. That's why you don't base rush, guys. We've said this before. I think it was good that he went in after the STA, but as soon as he finished it off, he sort of backed off. And also the Sturm Armory, but he shouldn't have sent in the M10. He shouldn't have sent in the M8. He shouldn't have sent in the half-track. He's just given his opponent some free munitions. Not munitions, XP.
Another free Calliope barrage on the HQ.
Ouch, I love watching that explode,
He's 200 manpower away from the Tiger, which is pretty much exactly what's going to save him in this position. Really, that's all that could have saved him. He had no Sturm Armory to produce any anti-tank. You know, bringing in another squad of stormtroopers and waiting for the Shreks to upgrade. I think Goldradear might have got a bit distracted with the chat. Certainly, getting his rifle and engineer suppressed by the bunker might have been a sign of that. Those 2 Stugs shouldn't have taken out what they actually did, especially with an AT gun right there. But stormtroopers.
Here comes 2 more.
Up.
I'm surprised they're not healed at this point. I guess he's trying to save up for the Tiger, so he's not going to go for the engineers.
You see how that MG is facing? Holy crud.
Oh yeah, it was facing the wrong way completely.
Yeah, you see, that's a bug that Ahinian complained about a long time ago. Basically, if you pick up a weapon, sometimes it's a bug where you make it face one direction and it'll face the opposite direction, or it'll face another direction that you want it to go.
Calliope's not microed well here.
Yeah, Goldradear pretty much lost everything. He's got a half track in the southeast. I'm assuming he's going to try to raid.
You mean the northeast?
No, the east of the map.
Yeah.
You can see it attacking the
I see it now, yeah.
but,
That's all he has. He lost everything else because he put it in the guy's base. I mean, that was, I don't know, he just, instead of retreating the Sherman, he backed it into a corner against the river there, and that was, I think, the major mistake. And then the Calliope, instead of backing it out this way and going past the 10 munitions point, he tried to drive it around right past 2 Stugs and a Tiger and Panzerschreck Grenadiers. Or sorry, Stormtroopers. I think that was another. He shouldn't have lost both of those things.
No, he shouldn't have. He should have won the game right there. Certainly with the Calliope, he could have barraged the Stugs, microed the M10, brought up that Sherman he had, used the AT gun better. But like I said, I think he just got distracted with chatting. I'm pretty sure this was probably a friendly match played between these two players.
And they're both still learning the map, so they're very sort of distracted trying to figure out, oh, maybe I can do that. Oh, no, that not going to work, I don't think. Oh, maybe I should do this, you know, trying to figure things out. But it looks like Goldradear is going for the victory now if he can. He's got his half-track rating on the victory point now. I'm assuming that we're going to see a Tiger or some... No, Tiger's down there. I assume we're going to see a Stug or something go take that out because he really needs to. But no, he stopped capturing it. Yeah, it's not good.
I think he saw the storms that are right there.
I didn't even see him, so yeah, he's better than me.
But to be honest, I mean, the VP counter hasn't gone down in the last 10 minutes, and you're probably going to see that a lot on this map. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I don't know if that's quite to my liking. I mean, what I suggested to change was take out the... I mean, if I was designing the map, what I would have done was take out that 16 munitions. I hate that. I hate rails and metal because of that 16 fuel. It's a 16 munitions point, not a 16 fuel. It's still a lot of munitions, especially if you can get it OP'd. I played a game earlier today. The gentleman went infantry company, and it was, you know, he had that point. It was OP'd, and, you know, he was dropping howitzers left and right. It was absolutely ridiculous. But... That's an issue. I would have replaced that, put a VP there, and then the VP that's kind of in a little bit higher than the one on the right side, that one, leave that in that position, and then the VP in the middle to the left, leave that one. And 3 VP map, you know, ticker's always going down, but I don't know if it's quite possible considering the river is kind of like a dividing marker on this map, and you're either on one side or the other side.
On one side or the other of that bridge would be very difficult for balance, because you could argue that one side is much easier to get to than the other.
Well, then put it on the actual bridge itself.
Well, then you'd have to make it not destroyable, but that's certainly possible. I don't even know if it is destroyable.
That is destroyable.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, everything needs to be tested. This patch was huge. I mean, we talked about on the audio show, you know, we didn't even do a unit of the week because every unit in the game was pretty much changed. I mean, this was the big balance patch they were talking about since day one, since nothing really changed profound in the beta, and the small patch, you know, 1.3 and 1.4, I mean, there was small changes to a few units, but it wasn't like this where there was, you know, 20 a change log that we could talk about for 2 hours like we did.
Sherman in trouble on the bridge. One more shot, rear shot. It's in trouble.
Pop smoke, pop smoke.
Yeah,
oh my god, no, it's not 1.4. What am I going to do?
Oh no, that was his last hope, was to survive that last shot with nothing. With at least his engine. He might have been able to make it out of there using the Sherman's speed, but when he lost the engine, that was that. That was a good question, though. The Sherman seemed to be going really slow.
Yeah, the half
Maybe that doesn't count as road, but it looks like a lot better road than a lot of the other one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's considered road, but...
It looks like it's... I mean, it's paved. I mean, it's not paved, but cobblestone. You think that's a lot better than just dirt road. Like, you know, we saw a boost over here when something got on the dirt road.
Repairs complete, Sergeant.
I agree.
Maybe that's something we gotta test and look into. For some reason, Sherman and Half Track didn't drive very fast on that road.
Vehicles in general seem to move slow on this map. I don't quite know why. That's another reason why.
Using those stormtroopers very effectively almost always catches Goldradear offline, off what you call it, whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, we have a tiger and 2 stugs. Those 2 stugs, they've been left over for a long time, and that was what really won him that battle. Although Goldradear, we had already talked about what happened, what went wrong in that engagement in his base. But we don't have a Sturm Armory up, so I'm assuming he's just waiting for enough pop cap, which he does not have. He's at 41 of 50 to call in another tiger. Despite Goldradear not really having much, he's doing a lot of good harassment on the right side with the raid, and he's decapping that plus 10 fuel right now. So, but again, the VP counter for the last few minutes up until just about right now was not going down. So it's a change of pace. I actually kind of enjoyed it when I was playing on today, that it wasn't so VP orientated. But again, it's probably going to.
We've got Panzerschreck Rifleman. That's bad news. Guarding an AT gun, of all things.
What was the joke with Panzerschreck Rifleman? That they actually work better than Stormtroopers and Grenadiers with Panzerschrecks? Wasn't that the
Could
joke?
Be.
But now I'm sure it's probably more common.
What? I don't do jokes. I'm not a funny guy. So, I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say it was your joke.
Oh, okay, well.
That was the joke. The funniest joke. Nah. Here's Kitty Mix. Kitty Mix is Goldradear's, I guess, his 2v2 partner, or at least the 2v2 partner that me and Aniketos played against.
He says we need to test out the Calliopes. You've already tested out the Calliope. Oh no, why are you doing that? I guess he's desperate to just do something because he's lost the right. This is not a good move. He could be in big trouble here. He's lost an AT gun, unless that was there from before.
No, that AT and the MG was the bundle naded a while ago.
Okay, well, is he barely going to get out of here in time? He's reversing at good speed. That seems about right. He's going to knock over the tree. Oh, jeez. Just wanton destruction of war.
Just heard Tier 4 being upgraded, and we're going to have a Panzer Command coming out. So we might see some Panzer 4s. He's at pop cap pretty much. 43
Yeah,
because
he's lost a lot of the map. He's finally getting the right side back. So he might be able to get something.
Despite having a Tiger and 2 Stug advantage on the opponent, look at map control. Has it really changed?
No.
If anything, it didn't go in his favor. So perhaps raid is a bit is going to be perhaps imbalanced or even overpowered on this map.
Well, right now something might change because, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Pershing. Let's see if that does anything. I don't know that it will, but he's got it lined up to crush a tree, actually.
Yeah, we have mines going down on the bridge,
Oh,
which is
no.
extremely smart. Hopefully he won't go.
Well,
that
the
direction.
ford anyway. Or no, the bridge you're talking about. Okay.
The actual bridge by the 16 point.
Goldradear says, "No, I'm not done. Get the heck out." Oh, maybe he's almost done. He's confident. He's charging. Here comes the Pershing. Nope, it stopped.
No. He's not gonna. There's a Tiger there with and a Stug, an MG, and 2 squads of Stormtroopers with 3 Shreks total.
And since Pershing, let's see if it does any damage. Completely
Oh my God.
misses.
And that's what I was talking about with the Pershing's armor in the discussion show being completely reflective. It just bounced off the Tiger's shell, which is what it was designed to do, I guess, as opposed to the Tiger that does more burst damage than the Pershing. The Pershing
I don't know, that doesn't look very sloped to me. I guess it is a little bit.
If you could see what I could see right now, oh my God. There's 2 squads of Stormtroopers, 1 on each side of that divide. I don't know why he doesn't uncloak and just shoot it, because it's 3 Shreks. Move up the Tiger, move up the Stug.
That might be what's going to happen. Why is he crossing the gap?
Up, here we go. Here comes the death trap. Fire! 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 Wow, did you see that? It seems that Shreks don't do as much damage
No,
against
I
Pershings
noticed
as
that.
they
I
used
thought
to
it was
do.
going to lose a lot more than that.
And I think Rawr probably thought that too, because back in the day, wow, that really would have owned the Pershing. That thing would have been down to
half health.
third health.
Yeah,
at
maybe
least,
a third, but I think more like a half. But it certainly should have lost more.
And damaged engine on the bridge.
Uh-oh.
That's for the mines I was mentioning.
With a Stug too? Yeah, go ahead and repair it. It's not gonna. It'll win against if it has repairing. Now here's something else I don't We haven't seen crew repair vehicles at all, the field repairs.
Do we have the munitions for that?
Yeah, he's got 750. He's floating lots.
Yeah, field repairs, perhaps, in certain
Now, what did
occasions.
Rawr just say wow to? The fact that half-track got away? I think he was, because that Stug must have missed every shot.
You know, I just thought about it, Bridger. He went the Calliope tree, or path. He had Allied War Machine when he rushed the base, when he lost the Calliope,
You're right,
when
he
he
did.
lost the Sherman,
I didn't even
when
notice
he lost
that.
the M10, and he didn't use it. That's probably a bigger error than what happened in the base.
Yeah, because I haven't seen him use any munitions on anything, really, except upgrading those half-tracks.
And now we have the up gun on the Sherman, which will give him an edge against the Stug, but he just ran into the other mine that was laid. Ouch.
That's not good. But again, we're close to the end of the game, but I don't know how. I can't figure out how this is going to end in the next 4 minutes or 5. Oh, no. There goes a nice Panzerschreck. That was a powerful one. It looked like that should not have killed it. It must have been like a special critical strike.
What
Pershing,
makes me...
trying to kill machine guns misses consistently. How many times has that Pershing fired at the machine guns? Like a gajillion.
Pershing's... Wow, they're a lot stronger now. Look at that. Did you see the Panzerschreck damage on that?
They're missing! I mean, they hit it and it doesn't do anything. Wow.
Yeah. Pershing's team got quite a significant buff in the last patch.
But are they doing any damage to the infantry they're shooting? I mean, it takes so long to fire, and then when it does, it misses. And wow, that was a
I really don't
think
Goldradear should have been the aggressor in this game at this point. He has more of the map. He has a bigger pop cap. Play it defensively, you know. I mean,
well,
what's his pop cap? What's his pop?
72.
70. We have 55 over here, so technically that's an extra Pershing right there, almost.
Well, he is going to have an extra Pershing here in just a little bit. Did he just use vehicle crew repairs? No, he's got an engineer there. Where's the Tiger? That's what I want to know.
I think Goldradear might finally be breaking through here.
I know, but what happened to the Tiger? What happened to the Stugs? Why is he able to just come in here?
The Tiger had a damaged engine somehow, and it's slowly
when did that happen?
Back to base. And he really needs that Tiger. But there's 2 squads of stormtroopers that are sneaking up again. Kitty Mix is saying, "Hurry up!"
It's like, I'm trying. I'm attacking the base. Come on. Oh, there goes. He got the half track. That's what he needed. Now he can focus on the Pershing. He's got a Stug over on the side there. That's going to help.
I can't believe those Panzerschrecks are doing absolutely nothing to that Pershing at all. I mean, that is new.
Wow, there. Pershing finally got a nice shot off.
Another Tiger. We have 2 Tigers on the field.
And 2 Pershings. The other ones are coming up soon, I think. Wait, didn't I see another Pershing? Yes, there are 2 right on my screen. GG. But one of the Tigers is being hit by an AT gun, doesn't seem to notice. Wow, this is a crazy endgame. I still can't figure out who's exactly is going to win. If they get this Pershing... Oh no, the AT gun shot their own Pershing in the ass. But another bounce off the front.
No, that's assault right there.
There goes the Pershing! A double bet Pershing.
Allied War Machine.
Yes, he's got Allied War Machine. He's now using Allied War Machine.
No,
he could have used vehicles. Yeah, he could have used field repairs this whole time. He's going to lose the Pershing. He's going to probably get it back here. Out of control.
Hell, use both.
But look at this. During this entire time, Goldradear's grabbed both points. That's how he's going to win. Even though it looks like Rawr1 has plenty to come back from.
Oh, he's got 2 Tigers right there. Well, he's about to lose one of them.
But he's got nothing capping. Nothing to cap with.
Kitty Mix is like, you know, doesn't realize this is the climax of the game.
Yeah. Stop bothering our Tales of Heroes show. Oh my god! Leave him alone, he's gonna tell you, okay? Oh wait, for 64 points, this is basically the end here. We got nothing but a Pershing on the Allied player's side, but I think he's gonna be able to hold it.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to be able to hold it. We got no points.
He's got enough for a manpower blitz. He could save up the 1100 and just get a Tiger and not have to worry about it.
My rant next week is going to be about players that whisper have a conversation and whisper to you while you're trying to win the game that they want you to win so that you can go play with them. you know, and that if you're talking to them, it's going to make them harder for them to actually win it. You see how that works?
Well, Bridger, if anyone ever wonders why I don't log on my main, it's for that exact reason. Because when I want to play, I don't want to get 100 messages. It's nice, it's great, it makes you feel good, right? When you log in and someone says, wow, I love the show, or I hate you because you're whatever. But, yeah, I can't take that during a game.
And with that one Pershing, it's the only thing he has left on the field is a single Pershing, and he's going to be able to use it to win the game. GG.
He might do it. He's almost decapped the other VP, and he's got it. But wow, he's got to cap it. Otherwise, that's it. Oh, and he went for the fuel instead in the bottom right.
No,
Ouch.
it's not good.
And
he wouldn't have had time anyway. It looks like.
But wow, that game could have went a lot longer, I think. If,
yeah, 500 points longer.
I mean, look at what's on the field. I mean, we do have 2 Tigers, but certainly the lack of field repair usage and in earlier Allied War Machine, at least Allied War Machine earlier on. How many munitions did he end up with towards the end?
666, oddly enough.
Nice. But he still won, and that's the important thing,
That's right.
Yeah, that was a good match. I think it really showed what the new map's all about, and what to expect when you play.
Obviously not the best.
on it.
Obviously not the best game because both players very new to this map, and so feeling it out, trying to figure out exactly what to do. They were probably distracted by that. I'm going to give them a little credit because they're probably working out strategies in their head and stuff. So, we're going to give them a little leniency as far as that's concerned. But, certainly exciting, and I'm very happy to see it. So, yeah, major turning points really should have seen, or major problems, I think we really should have seen the Allied War Machine or field repair vehicles earlier. But good points, I think the Axis did a great job of holding down the left side and getting that, locked down with the barbed wire and such, but they didn't actually finish capping it, and that's what really hurt them. Because, as we saw, Goldradear on the Allied side, he had control of this plus 10 fuel in the north for a good chunk of the time, and his opponent never had the plus 10 fuel for like the first 10 minutes at all. So he should have had this plus 10 fuel back here. He had locked his opponent in his base, except he was spending all his units decapping the north instead of actually capping the south and taking the resources that he actually just won. So I think that was a major problem for the Axis player. But definitely a good comeback for the Axis player. Good timing on those Tigers and stuff like that. But certainly I think it should have been over a little bit earlier in favor of the Allied player if Goldradear hadn't quite choked on that base rush.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Unfortunately, the VP counter just got far too low for Rawr. But the classic battle, 2 Pershings versus 2 Blitz Tigers, would have happened right now. If you look at the map, that's really all that's on there, and with a little bit of extra capping power, of course, because we do have 1 squad of stormtroopers or 2 squads of storms, which is the Blitz Tiger advantage. But man, I almost want it to keep going on, because it would have been such an interesting game to continue. But oh well. Anyways, yeah, I enjoyed that. So.
All right, if you haven't heard our audio production this week, definitely go check it out. We got a lot of thoughts on the patch, and we'd like to talk about them, tell you all about them. So go and check that out, tales.tsncentral.com. Also know the bandwidth for this production is brought to you by typefrag.com. Go to typefrag, typefrag.com for your Ventrilo hosting solutions. Ventrilo is a great voice communication program. You set up a server, you can meet your friends on there. Discuss while you're playing Company Heroes or any other game, first-person shooters. Usually clans need their Ventrilo servers, so they have a place to meet up and talk and chat, and it's better than TeamSpeak. The voice quality is excellent, and Typefrag gives you the highest quality codec with no extra charge. Typefrag.com. Also provided by Insomnia 365. Insomnia 365 is a premier game server hosting company. So if you've got a first-person shooter, for example, that requires a server, and you want to have your own server that you can control, that you have control over, you can kick your enemies out, invite your friends to play on, password protected if you want to test something. Any game you want, they support. Battlefield 2, Counter-Strike, all kinds of stuff. Go to Insomnia365.com and find out how to get yours today. All right. That's all I have to say about that. Tune in next week for another exciting episode of Tales of Heroes. Thank you all for joining us.
TSN, the Team Sportscast Network.
This broadcast is copyrighted 2006 by the Team Sportscast Network. Any copying, reproduction, redistribution, modification, rebroadcasting of any kind or any manner is expressly prohibited without the written permission of the Team Sportscast Network, LLC.